fourth race. I knew this race was gonna be a hit. I knew it was gonna shine. It was gonna be a beautiful race today, coupled with the rain, the sun, and the beautiful calmness. My name is Oshifes Oluwadamilare. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as from Lawon, Colum, Africa. Here we go. Now, Verstappen started the race very well. Unlike his normal races this year, I think this should be his third very good start this year. Some races he will lose out on starting and he will get it back because that car is beautifully flying. In the next video, I will be able to tell you what creates that speed that the Red Bull are having compared to what the Mercedes just designed on their floor, and how that will work, and how the Red had been gaining the advantage on other teams with their floor. Because I've said it on all my videos that the floor generates over 80% of the downforce of the speed needed for the car on the chassis, aside from the engine. So if you have a super engine and the bright downforce is not generated, that car is still going to be super slow. But with the Red Bull, man, he's now, like I was saying, Verstappen was able to get off the line very well. Alonso covered off Ocon, and it was a beautiful start. Hamilton was almost being able to nick Carlos Sainz in turn one, but Carlos Sainz was able to get back in position. And here we go on the race. Hamilton started fifth because of the penalty given to Charles Leclerc yesterday. He was given a 3-place grid penalty for impeding Lando Norris in the pit. So the first lap was beautiful, but there were lots of tackles, a lot of grips. The drivers were losing grips, and Hulkenberg was able to peep two drivers, but for his troubles, he got a 5-second penalty while trying to peep the two drivers. He got stuck and caused a collision between himself and Lance Stroll. Perez, the plan was on a normal racing weekend, you have tires, and we all know Perez knows how to keep his tires very well. So not being able to jump anybody at the start, immediately he knew two drivers were going to change their front wings, their tires, and do something in the pit. Quickly entered the pit, changed his tires to hard tires, from soft to hard tires, jumped those two drivers to use his own tire, hoping to use his hard tires to the end of the race. But in the end, that didn't work for him. But great it was. Perez was able to jump Zhou Guanyu and Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg was hanging on 5-second penalty for his troubles. Now, he moved from 20th position to 18th position, and we were thinking that tires would be changed on lap 35 for those using the medium tires, and those using their tires will be able to change tires on the 50th lap of the 78 laps around Monte Carlo, Monaco. Now, you gain an advantage or lose an advantage of 19 to 22 seconds in the pit in Monaco. So it depends on how efficient your team is and how efficient you are. But unlike in Monaco, there were going to be few drops of rain. So the weather forecast was there will be rain, but we were thinking rain will come from lap 25 to 35. But unfortunately, the rain came in lap 54. That was where the race changed, because Verstappen was leading. He was lapping the lap times. Alonso kept his tires. When Verstappen got into traffic, and Alonso started lapping, not knowing Verstappen has a lot of juice in his tires, so the tires were running out already. Came out of the traffic, jumped again, started lapping better times. All through those times, Lewis Hamilton changed his tires, hoping the rain would delay to the end of the race. Changed his tires from medium to hard tires. Teammate George Russell started on that tire so he can go longer, and Hamilton was sandwiched in between the Ferrari. Carlos Sainz ahead of him and Charles Leclerc behind him. So he was able to change tires. He was able to undercut the Ferrari, hoping he would undercut Carlos Sainz, but that didn't work for him. He was able to undercut Charles Leclerc and not overcut him. He was able to overcut Carlos Sainz, but he was able to undercut Charles Leclerc in the race. But in lap 54, when the rain came tumbling down, the whole grid formation changed. The whole racing changed. Hamilton had to pit again. For those running in front, it was easier for them because Ocon had changed tires, Sainz had changed tires, Leclerc had changed tires. So they are all running new tires when the rain came down in lap 54. So it was quite, what do they do? Verstappen was able to manage his tires. So while on changing his tires, he was changing straight to inters. Fernando Alonso had changed tires to mediums before, but knowing to him that he has changed to the wrong tires, he came back to the pit but still maintained the second position. So George Russell being in third after others have changed tires, and he maintained his third position. But coming out of the pit, he made a fatal mistake that cost him position. So he was coming from third back to fifth behind Hamilton in fourth position. while he was meant to get an easy third position for Mercedes, but his mistake of lack of focus cost him the position in the race. Everybody changed to intermediate. Some drivers went to wet. The rain was so much that the wet tires were not working. Hamilton was complaining on intermediate at a particular point in time. George Russell made two mistakes. His second mistake, he ran into the safe area. On coming out, it caused a collision between himself and Sergio Perez. He was given a 5-second penalty, in which he was meant to serve. And knowing that Charles Leclerc was behind him, he was able to build a gap to still remain fifth, even with the 5-second penalty, which was good in the race for him, which means Mercedes made a lot of gains. The two Mercedes made gains. George Russell from 8th position to 5th, Lewis Hamilton from 5th position to 4th position, which made it a good race for the Mercedes. The losers were the Ferrari from 4th position and 6th position. They came out 6th and 7th, which was not a good result for them. Though we won't really say not a good result, but to me it's not a good result for them because one of them could have finished ahead of the Mercedes, or the two could have finished ahead of the Mercedes if they worked right on the data they have and the strategy. So when races goes like this majorly, you know that what makes the race will be strategy, because in a place like Monaco, the overtaking is very difficult. It's only strategy that can work for you, and the strategy for Mercedes panned out and worked well for them. The strategy would have given them an easy third position and possibly a 4th position, but the strategy gave them a good position that really worked because Ocon was really focused on his race, Hamilton was really focused on his race, and also McLaren really gained from the race. They had two top 10 finishes. Their two drivers finished in the top 10. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri came in 9th and 10th, while Alpine had a very good day. Their two drivers finished in the points, Esteban Ocon coming in 3rd and Pierre Gasly coming in 3rd and 7th. Carlos Sainz lost his position to Pierre Gasly. The Ferrari came in 6th and 8th, which is bad for them. It was a good race for Alonso. He kept on shining. 6 races, 5 podiums. Verstappen, 6 races, 6 podiums. And for Ocon, a good podium for him in 3rd for the Alpine, after the owner of the team came in and shook them up about the possibility for championship. So it's a good position for them, and a good race also for them to come out 3rd and 7th in Monte Carlo. And Nico Hülkenberg was given another 10 seconds penalty for not serving his 5-second penalty. The rain stopped around lap 65 and the drivers were able to continue on their intermediate tires to end the race. Hamilton tried pushing Ocon to mistakes, but Ocon was so focused, and that was it. The Mercedes were able to finish in good points today. We are hoping to see how their upgrades will work in Spain next week. The next week race in Spain will determine how far the Mercedes have gone, where they are now with their upgrade, with their car, and what they need to improve, and which team is also closing up on the Red Bull. Teams like Ferrari, Aston Martin, and McLaren will be bringing their new updates to Spain next week, and we'll see how their upgrades work. That's the analysis for today's race. We'll meet again in Spain, which is going to be another great race, which we'll see how close are the teams with the upgrades are to the Red Bull. Let's watch out for the race in Spain. We love you. Thank you. If you're a builder, if you're an art collector, if you have a showroom, Pen Rated is the best place to get the artworks you need for your new buildings, for your art collections, for your showroom, for your exhibition. Pen Rated Arts have one of the best murals, mosaic works, and different art patterns in Nigeria presently. And it's somebody that you can communicate with, talks to you, you tell him what you want, and he will bring the reality out for you. To contact Pen Rated Arts, his number is right up here, and you can also go on social media links that are pasted right up here to check out some of his works. Thank you. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.